Greetings, everyone. This is a shot of whiskey, and I'm currently working on a response video the way I usually do it, not one of these vlogs. So yay for me. I'm planning on having it coming out Monday, Tuesday, somewhere around there. I'm not quite sure. But that's in the near future, hopefully. In the meantime, I thought that I would share with you guys a couple of fun stories. And since I don't want this to go on too long, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share one story now, and I'll probably share the other story later if you guys really want to know about it. That second story, basically, it involves a debate involving anime. So if you guys want to hear the story or not, leave a comment down below, and I'll just figure out some other thing to talk about. So the story I want to share with you guys actually happened earlier today, from your guys' perspective, yesterday. So I mentioned, as I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this part before, I've pulled my son out of public school. I'm homeschooling him, and as such, we're involved with a homeschool class help program thing that basically provides extracurricular classes for students of all sorts of ages, from kindergarten on up to senior year in high school. And he's in a couple of classes. Found out today that there's one kid who's in both of my son's classes with him, and those two have actually gotten to know each other. He's a fun little kid. I would guess he's about a year, maybe 2 years younger than my son. Seems like a nice kid. Well, so yesterday, when my son was in the class, I'm helping out around the building, because that's an option that you can do, especially for someone, unfortunately, like me, who can't pay, or at least in this particular moment couldn't pay the full tuition price. You can pay for part of it by volunteering at this establishment, and there's multiple ways to do it. It just ended up being that the way that I've been doing it is cleaning windows, doors, and bathrooms. So basically my normal job. I'm volunteering my normal professional job. But I don't mind. It's fine. So anyways, my son's class got done. And, this other little kid, he comes up to me and he's like, here you go. Here's a piece of paper that has our address on it. Now, keep in mind, this kid's like 6 or 7 years old, so he's not going to say everything exactly right. I'm like, oh, is this the way your parents and I can arrange like a play date or something like that? And he's like, yes. I'm like, okay, that works. So I look at it, and it's his mother's phone number, and that's kind of the key. Phone number, he said address. I'm like, whatever. Little kid. My kid makes those mistakes. I made those mistakes. I'm pretty sure every single one of us adults did when we were about that age. But it kind of struck me as a little odd that it was his mother that had given me her number. I mean, not quite odd as in like, why is she doing this? Obviously, I knew the reason why, at least according to what this kid had said. So I didn't really think much of it. Folded it up, put it in my pocket, went home. Obviously with my son. I'm not going to leave him there. But so we get home. I'm talking with my mom, letting her know about some of the things that happened, and I mentioned this phone number thing. And her immediate response was, ooh, I bet she was interested in you. I hope to God not. That's almost exactly the way I worded it. I think I said, oh man, I hope not. I think that's how I said it, but basic concept, I expressed a disinterest. I'm like, no. No me gusta, por favor. But, we kind of talked a little bit. And by the way, I will say this. Having never met this woman, but I have seen this kid. He's a young kid. As far as I know, he's an only child, or at least the only one at this school. So I'm assuming that the mom is probably about my age or younger. he's a redhead, which means, Ginger Hamster, this might be interesting to you if you watch this video, she might be a redhead, which means she might be a very good-looking woman. Don't care. Really don't care. I mean, I am actually quite at the point where I'm like, the sexiest woman in the history of our fucking species could say, Whiskey, I want to take your shot any way you want to give it. I'll be like, no, I'll pass. Now, of course, I'm not going to entirely lie to you guys. There will, of course, be the part of me that wants to be like, take it, you dumbass! You know, because I'm still a guy. I still have that biological drive to put my pee-pee in a hole or to have it be rubbed. But he's learned enough. He's figured out the game, at least enough of the game to where getting the pee-pee touched no longer seems like it's worth it. It's one of the joys about being MGTOW. I get it. Don't wanna. No, thank you. And yeah, there are some MGTOW who are fine with the idea of dating for the sake of having sex. I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong because, I mean, technically, as far as what MGTOW is, you are right to do that. You're not marrying these women. You're not moving in with them, so who the fuck cares? But I am moving more and more towards the monk mentality. None of you are touching my dick. None of you are going to be getting my pure blood sperm. Nah. No, it's mine. Fuck you, it's mine. So, yeah, that's just something. Oh, actually, there is a little bit more to the story before I forget. So, I'm telling my mom, I don't want to get married. I don't want to be in a relationship. Why the hell would I want to? Now, here's the thing. Some of you will probably be aware that a lot of us guys, when we make this decision, will have female members who will try to convince us or try to shame us into changing our minds. My mom has been married 5 times. She gets it. She's like, I don't think you should. Why would you? Exactly. Now, I have thought before in the past that if I were to ever get married, I would want to go with a single mother because I am a single father. And theoretically, it would make sense. I would be the father to her child or children, and she would be the mother to my son. You know, playing that role, anyways. The problem with that, well, there's actually quite a number of problems with that. But the basic summary of all those problems put into one is I have no reason to trust them. And likewise, they really have no reason to trust me. I'd like to think that I could be a trustworthy guy. I've always believed that I could be a good father. I've always believed that I could be a good husband if I were to ever get married. But I can't say that about women. Obviously, women can't be husbands. They can only be wives. But point being, I can't tell if that woman right there would actually make a good mother and a good wife. I mean, I see a lot of women out there who look like they're probably good mothers or could be good mothers. Doesn't mean they're going to be good wives. And vice versa. Just because a woman seems like she'd make a good wife doesn't mean she'd make a good make a good mother. They're two very different things. But, so yeah, I do plan on contacting this woman. Not for the reason that my mother originally thought. But because my son and her son have developed a friendship, and I like the idea of them spending time together outside of class. And that's gonna be it. So speaking of it, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I'm going to see if I can end it before the 10-minute mark. In the meantime, peace out, everybody, and never forget, if you abuse alcohol, it will abuse you back. Later.